Good evening, Sagittarius. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your reading for the next 2 weeks. Now, I know I haven't been online for a very good while, and I apologize for that. However, today, I'm doing something a little bit different. Now, one thing that I haven't done in the past, well, I think I've done it in the past, but I haven't done it recently, is doing my readings on nootropics. Now, I have to say that right now, I feel extraordinary and actually feel more in tune with the universe and actually feel more in tune with myself. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and start off with your astrology reading. Now, in terms of Saggies, you guys have the moon in your sign, so I very much feel that you guys are in your emotions right now. You guys are more or less, I guess you could say, feeling yourselves. And when it comes to the moon in Sagittarius, the moon is really about how we feel deep inside. It's almost like the descendant in astrology. And at the same time, I very much feel that a lot of you guys have your feelings on your dreams. Dreams seem to be something that I feel that you guys are using to look at the past, present, and the future, while at the same time trying to see how you can reach for your dreams or how you can take a step-by-step process to reach your dreams. Now, I feel that a lot of you guys are really valuing your dreams, especially with Pluto in your second house. Now, not just evaluating how you can reach your dreams, but how you can build upon those dreams. And I very much feel that as you have the North Node in 6th house, according to Sagittarius in the 1st house, I very much feel that you guys are talking about this quite a bit in order to be able to feel out how you can reach your dreams and using your soul's pull rather than that motivational or inspirational push. Now, since you guys have the Sun, Uranus, Venus, and Mercury in your 5th house of Taurus, I very much feel that you guys are having fun and just trying to see how much value you get out of that fun. I very much feel that as you have fun and you just feel how it feels, you'll have the ability to be able to understand how you can reach your dreams, but in a more fun yet realistic way. Now, I do feel that a lot of you guys might be having problems at home. I feel like some of you guys are running maybe into the opposition of other people not really understanding it. And I very much feel that in terms of that, you know, just feeling out to your community, feeling who supports you, who doesn't support you, getting rid of that negative and bad language within yourself, but also getting rid of that bad and negative language of others who try to insert their thoughts or project their thoughts into you. That's going to be something that's going to be very, very significant in terms of understanding how you can reach your dreams. Now, one thing I want to point out is you have the Euconite stone that popped up for you. And you also had the yellow aventurine stone that popped out for you. Now, Euconite in and of itself is one of those stones that allows you to be able to reach your visions. It actually helps you to balance your emotions so that it gives you the ability to be able to understand what you're envisioning. And also it helps you to balance you on the emotional level. Now, Euconite is one of those stones that I feel binds very well with the yellow aventurine, because yellow aventurine is all about balance, emotional detoxing, and creativity. So when it comes to that, I very much feel that if you guys are focusing a lot on trying to show care and trying to show assertiveness within your emotions, not just within your emotions, but within your relationships and your emotions within those relationships, that's a very good way to go. Because Capricorn energy, yes, I feel it. You guys have been feeling that push and that obsessive motivation, I guess you could say, to build upon things. And that's actually the way you should go. The dice, it rolls on your sign, but right here, right front and center is Libra. Now, Libra is all about relationships. So showing that care within your relationships and trying to understand how you can build up upon those relationships while showing care and nurturing to those people. It doesn't matter how much they might try to annoy you. It doesn't matter how much they might try to get on your nerves. It's necessary. Now, one thing that you guys are going to be doing as far as the future goes is understanding where the truth lies and understanding who's with you and who's not. Now, even if you find out, let's say, for instance, that somebody is not with you on that aspect, it doesn't matter. You need to be fearless, all right? So with that being said, it is time to draw some cards for you. Take a look at your connections, because I feel that it's going to be a very karmic situation for you guys, Sagittarius. That some of them are going to be revealed as just blowing hot air, right? And some of them are actually going to be those people that you need around you. Oh, whoa. How about that? Some of those people are going to be, I guess you could say, soulmates in some type of way or some type of nature. They're going to be the ones that tend to build you. They're also going to be the ones that help you to understand, hey, you know what? Yes, you have some good ideas. Be careful not to fly away with them. But they'll never try to put you down. The ones that do try to put you down, and you see them excelling more at things than you, well, those are probably the ones that you're going to have to get rid of because they're just using you. So let's see what cards pop up for the animal spirits, right? Oh, the hawk. All right, so with the hawk, I definitely feel that you have the ability to soar high. We were just talking about flying away. And hawks, they can fly very high, but they have keen vision. Now, I would say that there's a lot of different birds out there that have keen vision. However, the ones that have some of the best vision are hawks, eagles, and falcons. Now, hawks, I feel like this one right here is telling me that there's a certain understanding that you can reach when you have a higher perspective on things. And I very much feel that you are going to be revealed this higher perspective, perhaps through some type of situation where you're going to need to be bigger than this other person or bigger than this other thing. It's very much one of those situations where I feel you're going to have to be emotionally balanced, and you're going to have that assertiveness to be able to balance your emotions in order to be able to understand how best to stay on top of things. And in that, you're actually going to be shown some type of, how would I say, epiphany. You're going to be shown some type of answer. Now, this answer might in some way, shape, or form be connected to some talents that you have not been showing. Perhaps some talents in understanding what the road ahead has for not just yourself, but for some people too. Now, I feel that with the elephant down at the bottom of the deck, this has to do something with maybe your abilities that are active at night. Perhaps, you know, your psychic abilities. Maybe you have something like this where you can do tarot. Maybe you have something where you do psychic readings, things like that. I don't know your life, so I can't really go down to a specific talent that you might have. However, I do know that this talent itself has the ability for you to understand vision. Maybe you even have visions, and this is your specific talent that allows you to gaze into the future and see how things can go because you have that higher perspective. Now, the elephant is one of those creatures that also has the ability to guide people, right? And it might throw an obstacle in your path in order to guide you into a different direction, but as annoying as that might seem, it's actually protecting you from some type of danger that might lie ahead because it has that higher perspective to understand, hey, all right, I'm going to help to save this life by guiding it in a different direction as opposed to it moving forward into its doom. So there's that. That's very interesting. Now, the elephant, Lord Ganesh, if you follow the Hindu, Hindu belief system, has the ability to not just bestow wisdom to you, but it also has the ability to remove obstacles in your path. And as far as obstacles in the path and removing them, the euchainite actually is one of those stones that's similar to that, because it allows for growth and expansion as opposed to not growing and keeping a hold of things, not letting them go, etc. The euchainite is not just about growth and vision, but it's also about letting go and actually having the wisdom to let go. The elephant and Lord Ganesh in particular will help you to have that wisdom in order to know what to let go and what not to let go. So that's actually a very, very good and fitting card to have at the bottom, because I believe that in some sense, you guys are in search of the truth, and it requires a higher perspective in order for you guys to come to that truth. Let's see what we get. All right, so the Bright Mother. Now she has her back turned, and of course she's holding a ball right there. That ball is a specific type of emotion. That moon on the back of her, it has to do with trusting intuition. So I believe that right now the moon is something that's particular to you guys, and you guys have to trust your intuition of how you want to reach that vision. Now, there's certain things that you're going to have to turn your back on, and we all know this, but at the same time, it's going to require some type of movement forward on an everyday level, because that's a 16 right there. And when you add 1 and 6, that's 7. So there's a necessity to assess your current standing. There's a necessity to reevaluate maybe some of the goals that you've had in your life. And at the same time, there's a necessity to understand that with some type of plan or some type of, basically like a recouping of your energy, you can actually reach this plan. But you have to trust your intuition in where it's trying to lead you and where it's trying to take you in order to be able to have that higher perspective. Trust your intuition. It always works. The Lao Mei. Now, I feel like part of this direction and the necessity in order to understand which direction you have to go and which direction you have to give and take unconditionally, the Lao Mei is basically allowing me to know that there's a certain type of communication with that 3, and there's a certain potential within that communication in which you can actually gain and receive information, and also gain and receive some type of communication that allows you to best use your unshown talents and skills. Now, I feel that when you have, say for instance, somebody tell you, hey, you know what, you're really good at doing this, or you're really good at doing that. That, in a sense, is some type of message from the universe letting you know, hey, you have the abilities to use this to your advantage to be able to, say, make money. To be able to, say, for instance, use that to your advantage to push you ahead in life. Whether that's financially, whether that's physically, whether that's emotionally or mentally. Now, you have to know where to give and where to take, right? You give too much in one area, they're going to take, and you're not going to have anything for yourself, and you're not going to have anything to give for other people. So there's a necessity for you to understand where to give and where to take. Ooh, that was close. All right, let's see. Now, I feel that with the Oak Man in the reverse, and the Oak Man is number 47. When it's reversed, it's 7-4. Now, when it comes to sevens, the 7 right here on the Bright Mother, there's certain things that you're going to have to turn away from because it's not giving you the wisdom that you need in order to move forward. Now, a lot of the times, we can have certain people that we feel are beneficial to us, and certain, I guess you could say, events that we feel might be specific to allowing us to know certain things. But a lot of the times, whenever we hold on to those things, they don't help us out in the end. And I feel that with the oak man in the reverse, it's not allowing you to care for yourself, and it's not allowing you to build up the energy that you need to care for others. So certain things you're gonna have to let go, and that's what's gonna allow your skills to shine. I feel like there's a change of friends in the future for you. I very much feel that the universe is going to guide you in that aspect. And it's going to allow you to see, hey, these people are not good for you. These people are not helpful to you. And it's going to be necessary for you to understand where to give and take, and to have that higher perspective to know which ones to let go and which ones to keep. All right, now we get into the Rider Tarot weight. This is very interesting because I very much feel that as far as the emotional balance goes, this is where you're going to need to understand that energy that sits within you and understand how to control this energy in order for you to understand which ones to let go. Because I feel like you already know which ones to let go. However, they have this ability to be emotional, and when something's emotional like that, it's actually just pulling at your heartstrings. So if you have a eucalyptus wearing on you, and it'll help you in releasing whatever pain, whatever anger, and whatever people are trying to use these emotions from you in order to keep you roped in. All right, let's see. Let's see what pops up for the Rider Tarot weight. And then we'll go ahead and roll some of your... okay, so first off, there are certain things that are that you do have to turn away from because they've been keeping you up at night. They've haven't been letting you sleep. And I very much feel that there's certain things that you have to turn your back from in order to reach your own personal happiness. However, you're not going to be happy if these things are keeping you up at night. So find out which ones they are. Have that higher perspective. I would say yogic squats. Go ahead and place your ears or place your hands like this, and then go ahead and grab the tips of your ears. And when you do that, you do a squat and you come back up. Do 18 of those, or 108, whichever ones you're able to do. And that will allow you to be able to understand a lot more within your life, because it helps you to focus your mind, and it also helps you to connect to Lord Ganesh. It's actually a how would I say it? It's a tribute to him. I used to do them. Don't feel like I need to anymore, but maybe I should. I certainly have some obstacles I can remove from my vicinity. Now, enough about me though. You have the King of Swords. All right. Now, the King of Swords is one of those characters that, yeah, if you take a look at this card, he doesn't have a very happy look on his face, but he knows exactly what he needs to cut out and what needs to stay. He's a king, so he didn't get up there just by no reason. He understands. He has this wisdom about him, and he understands where to give and where to take. So this tells me that there is a necessity for you to understand where to give and where to take. This is a mental thing. This actually revolves around a major thought. And of course, see those little birdies right there in the background? They're the bird is the word, right? So they're gonna help you understand. And these thoughts that come in that help you to understand where to give and where to take, it's your higher self sending you messages. It's a better perspective at which to look at it. Now, the King of Swords in and of itself, all right, so we got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups was jumping out, wanted to give you a message, obviously. And it might be very much so about things coming to an end. Now, see that lightning bolt right there? I don't want you to get scared by this card, Sagittarius, but that lightning bolt right there, even though it's destroying things, it's a certain type of epiphany. Now, when we think about epiphanies, we don't ever think about epiphanies as life-changing events. However, the fact that you're getting that epiphany really is a life-changing event. And this life-changing event, in some way, shape, or form, is connected to understanding what needs to be let go. The old needs to pass away so that it allows the new to come in. Now, whatever this new is connected to a new relationship. It could be connected to a new love relationship. It could be connected to a new friendship. But there is a message that wants to come in. It's an emotional and heartfelt one. I very much feel that you guys are in the mood for receiving a heartfelt message of some sort. Now, the Knight of Cups, in terms of this one, it might take a second to get to you, but it's because there's a necessity for you to turn away from certain things that no longer suit you to be able to allow for new things to come into that space as well. Hope you guys understand that. All right, so right now there's a certain sense of not being able to understand the truth. I would say go ahead and look at the details. Go ahead and understand whatever those details are, and understand that, yeah, the necessity to show care and love in that instance it's past, it's gone. So there's a necessity to understand the direction that you want to go in, and that direction is towards your hopes and dreams, towards that Sagittarian energy, towards understanding what the universe has as far as something greater for you. And that understand that lies in finding out the truth and understanding that your intuition is going to lead you into different directions in order to understand what those truths will be and where those truths will lie, as well as what needs to be destroyed and tossed away in order for the new to be able to come in and take its place. All right, Neptunian energy. And falling onto the oak band, I very much feel that you guys might be going through a type of fog. Some of you might be pulled towards your South Node influences, returning back to the old things that maybe you've tried to turn away from. This could also be connected to addictions and stuff like that you guys may have kicked in the past, but for some reason have come back. Now, it could be due to this pandemic. When it comes to Neptune, it has to deal with, it also deals with like diseases and stuff like that. I very much feel that with this pandemic, a lot of you guys have been returned back to your, some of you guys have returned back to your older programs. But I very much feel that a lot of you guys have had trouble finding the way, had trouble trying to find what it is that you guys are having trouble with in terms of what knowledge is necessary in order to move forward ahead in life. And I very much feel that this is because a transformation is on the horizon for you guys. But as I said, old needs to be tossed away, new needs to come in. So with that, roll the last die. 3, communication. So when it comes to 3, we have to toss into the Laome and unconditional giving and receiving. Of course, this is a card that's right in the middle, in between the hawk and the raccoon. So let's see. All right. So one of the big things that I find, aside from communication, is actually taking care of yourself, self-care. Also, is understanding what it is that triggers you within the home. Because when it comes to whatever triggers you in the home, it actually can set you into motion in achieving the progress that's necessary in order for you to understand what it is that you need to do. And also getting rid of certain things that maybe you, how would I say? Certain triggers that trigger you cause you to act in certain ways that trigger other people. And that might cause, a snowball effect to various other different people. And it could really affect the quality of your relationships. So there is a necessary need to take action. That's the right way. And also, what's left over is growth, expansion, that Jupiterian energy. And that Jupiterian energy sits in your 3rd house. So very much pay attention to your networks. Take a look at who is there to be able to support you. See who's there working with you, not against you, and you'll definitely have the ability to move forward from that point. So, with that comes the closing of your reading, Sagittarius, and I very much feel that this information is going to be very helpful to you. So, if you like it, subscribe, hit that like button right there, and I will go ahead and see you 2 weeks from now for your next reading. And I really do mean it. Oh, also tune in because I will be doing daily readings early in the mornings to give you an idea of what the day ahead has to hold for you. And not just for you, but just as a collective, all the signs. And join me in the afternoons for free readings. With that being said, I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out.